He's got to manage Logan Paul, man. I'm telling you, there's money in that. Man. There's huge money in it. Bro, can you imagine if they tell the story that Logan Paul, you're not a wrestler, you don't know what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm not a wrestler. I'm going to hire one of the greatest wrestlers in the history of professional wrestling to teach me how to wrestle. And, bro, they no sell it. And then he reveals Hogan. Can you imagine, bro? You want to talk heat?
Let's talk about The Undertaker addressing Hulk Hogan getting booed. He said Hulk Hogan was pushing his beer in the backstage area and no selling the booze. When asked to comment, Undertaker said, sometimes things come back. Is Hulk Hogan disliked backstage to such a degree? Hogan said a very strange response when asked about getting booed. He said, I was talking about the beer. We're in a relationship with the WWE. They were my partner in this thing, and I had to be a good guy in LA. If this was for wrestling and they turned on me like that, I would have turned into Hollywood Hogan. You hate me for all I've done and the Make-A-Wish kids and all I've done for your kids. Guess what? I did it for the money. Since you want so much hatred coming your way, I hope you have a good time when Kamala Harris is your new governor and you're all standing in the soup line. Mike Brown, see ya. I couldn't do that. I was ready to go after them.
You think you know all the wrestling stories? There's more you haven't heard yet. Join us on Backstage Pass.
Hulk. Hollywood Hogan was a really good heel, brother.
Bro, did you hear his best line, though, on the Pat McAfee show, bro?
Yeah. McAfee caused a slight Freudian slip there with Hogan, man. It was
what was it?
Yeah, well,
Hogan claimed.
McAfee was like, yeah, because of the politics. And Hogan was like, yeah. And McAfee was like, another thing, he was like, yeah. Oh, like he kind of.
Bro, EC3, I popped out. I popped huge. Bro, the video when he was getting booed out of the building, Hogan told McAfee, you ready for this? You know how Hogan told when the eyes get real wide? You know how Hogan is? Bro, he told McAfee with a straight face, Chris. I don't know if you saw this or not. 11 billion people watch that.
Yeah.
11 billion people, bro. I'm like, seriously, man? 11 billion?
11 billion, man.
Hulk Hogan is immortal, and let's not forget he changed the amount of days that exist in a year.
Yes, he did.
Why isn't he going to multiply the population of the planet?
400 days a year.
Oh, my God, bro. Tremendous.
Yes, he's able to add 35 more days in a year.
Yeah,
and he's able to add 3 billion more people on this earth.
Yeah.
If you slam Andre the Giant in front of 98,000 people, maybe you guys can do that too.
There you go. Yeah. In front of 100,000. Let's just round it up. It was 100,000 when it was not 100,000.
Well, actually, it was only 80.
Man, what do we do with this, man? What do we do with this?
He's got to manage Logan Paul, man. I'm telling you, there's money in that. Man. There's huge money in it, bro. Can you imagine if they tell the story that Logan Paul, you're not a wrestler, you don't know what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm not a wrestler. I'm going to hire one of the greatest wrestlers in the history of professional wrestling to teach me how to wrestle. And, bro, they no sell it. And then he reveals Hogan. Can you imagine, bro? You want to talk heat?
Money.
That's the best idea I've ever heard.
That would be, oh my God, bro. That would be so, and Logan Paul would play that to a T.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. What's the payoff? Like, who does he go against at WrestleMania that could opposite that to get the pops needed in this caliber of a tandem here?
I think we have to build it a year, too. So
okay.
It's at 42, but that's a good question. Let me think about it. Because by then, I mean, after a year of this and how crazily nonsensical it is, it's gonna get over and cheered because it's such chaos.
Yeah.
Let's revisit that.
So it seems as if we're probably going to get like an AJ Styles Logan Paul match at WrestleMania. It'll be the match of the night. They want one of those things. Yeah. So it would make sense of like if AJ beats Logan Paul, and then Logan Paul goes into like this big dark slump. Because he wanted to have that, match of the night. He wanted to win. He wanted that moment at WrestleMania, the match of the night against AJ Styles. He gets into a slump. He starts training, and then you bring in Hogan, man.
You know who the perfect guy is to bring in for who that match is against?
Who's that?
Who they doing business with now?
Who?
TNA. Who's the perfect guy to bring in for that? Freaking Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry.
That would be the perfect guy to bring in because the people are behind that guy. They hate Logan Paul. They'll hate him more with Hogan. That would be the perfect guy.
There's a musical element to that too. I think Joe Hendry's going to need, though, a legend in his corner.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm having a hard time thinking of.
Who do you bring? Who's the legend for Joe Hendry?
Who did Hogan always have heat
Hogan's with? Who's Hogan's big?
That's alive.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got a lot of enemies.
Who's Hogan's Hogan's biggest rivals? I mean, Savage.
Other the Love Sponge. I don't know, man.
He would get heat. Savage, but he's no longer with us.
Yeah, a lot of them are no longer with us. That's the problem.
Like a crazy dynamic.
Man, somebody's like, even if you're thinking like the NWO days, like Sting, but I don't think that would work with Joe Hendry. Like a hard-nosed trainer. Like I can't think of anybody else who's like a Fit Finlay, perhaps.
Yeah, I was thinking David Goggins, but.
Somewhat in the wrestling. How about Regal?
He would make good facials.
What about Kurt? What about Kurt? What about Kurt Angle?
Joe Hendry, I mean, I only worked a little bit, but loved Kurt Angle because I remember we were in a match in the UK, and he's like, "Can I do an Angle slam? I love Kurt." I'm like, "Yeah, buddy."
That might be the connection right there.
Kurt Angle. I think Kurt Angle is the way to go. Yeah. Bob Backlund would have been a really, really good, and it sucks that he has dealing with dementia.
Bro,
he's in his 80s now, isn't he?
Probably, bro. I saw him at a TNA before TV, bro. The ring steps. He walked up and down the ring steps for 2 straight hours, bro. 2 straight hours.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
Exactly. Man, he was born in 1949.
So how old is he? 50
75 years old.
Yeah.
He'll be 76 this year. Yeah. 49. Flair was born in 49, wasn't he? Isn't he the same age as Flair?
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Well, comment below. Who do you think Joe Hendry's trainer should be opposite Hulk Hogan? That would be really, really interesting. Ric Flair was born. Ric Flair is February, I think, right? February 1949. Yep. So same year as Bob Backlund, but he's older than Bob Backlund. There you go. Yeah. Still styling and profiling.